Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back. I am your caster, DigitalQF. Let me bring my mic a little bit closer so I can hear my voice better. I hope that's not too loud for you guys, but nonetheless, tonight, this was very last minute, but I will be covering it because why not? I know some people on both teams and it will be a fun thing to do. Just right after my VOD review with Ben Green at Ben's Lodge on twitter.com. He helped me a lot, actually gave me some advice for my casting. Main thing is to slow down my speaking, so which we will try to do that tonight. Nonetheless, we're here, and we'll be covering Seniry versus XGeN eSports. Now, just to go briefly, I haven't covered actually LPL Valorant Amateur in quite a while, and at the same time, filled just a little bit of time because, let's see, who was it? One of the players had to go drop a deuce on the bathroom for... was it? Seniry. So if the game's late, blame Seniry. Seniry, sorry. So first off though, Amateur, LPL, Valorant, Summer Cup. This will be the Amateur division. This is my first time looking at the bracket. I haven't kept up with it too much recently because I've been busy doing other casts. But nonetheless, currently on 9th seed, we have XGeN eSports with 1,408 elo. And in the roster tonight on XGeN, we have DA Lowell. I don't know how you pronounce that. Luwyl. Mystic, JJLKS, that's a long name, and Toblerone. Toblerone or Toblerone, take your pick. Of course, versing them will be Seniry Esports, and their logo, it's an absolute sight to behold, their banner logo, because if you check online, you'll know what I mean. On their side, they have Aleto, Crimson Chaos, Jason, Nani, and Razy. However, tonight it will be Midget Kicker, because that is Nani's, apparently, name in-game. So Aleto, Jason, Midget Kicker, Crimson, and Ray. The teams are getting ready because the last player has come back from his bathroom break, so we should be starting right now. So just give me a sec while I wait for the players to get out of the lobby. It will be a best of one tonight, and the one map, it will be Icebox, with XGeN starting on the attack and Seniry on the defense. Guys, the teams are ready. Jason, you have to exit. There we go. Teams are ready. And we're going to game right now. It will be Icebox. So, right off the bat, Seniry, Icebox, as far as I know right now for Icebox, you do need, Sova, it's not exactly a need, but it's definitely going to help. Killjoy is the better Sentinel compared to Cypher. Sage is definitely viable on this map. And Omen over Brimstone. Jet, a comfort pick of sorts. You could honestly make do with Raze, or perhaps another duelist, but for now we will have to make do with Jet. And wow, look at this. This is quite a surprise, actually. XGeN. Well, actually, on both teams, it's a mirror matchup, I just realized, because I was about to talk about one of the team's players briefly, and it's actually quite refreshing to see Mystic not play Reyna, instead being on Sage. Not something I see him play quite often. Nonetheless, though, XGeN attack on defense. Seniry learning the game right now. Unfortunately, it won't be Crash observing, as this was really last minute. He probably isn't online, so guys, do bear with my observing. I'll try my best, but hey, that's all any of us can really do, isn't this now? Seniry, Ray, of course, on Sage. On this map, very viable, and right off the bat, you're seeing him place the Sage wall inside the kitchen tubes, a pretty standard default position. Seniry looking for a standard setup on the defense. 2-2-1 with, of course, Aleto and the Sova edging towards the B side with his recon arrow about to be shot out. But however, on the other side, woo! XGeN 5-man push onto A. There will be 2 players to defend. Toblerone about to clear the path for his team. Lear's about to come out. That is what I expect to see. Of course, Midget Kicker as well. Nani, I should say, with a Lear of his own to answer right back, and the side takes are coming through. Ray spamming through, and that Sage will coming in just clutch for great timing to save their teammates, and it's just absolutely chaos on site right now. Mystic, he managed to get the spike planted, and Ray, however, starts the round off with the first kill. JJLKS does get taken out, and XGeN falling like flies currently. Mystic, great shot on the ropes. Acrobatics won't save you there. All down to DA by himself. 1v4. It's not going to happen at the end of the day. Midget kicker to defuse, and Seniry. That's a really clean, fast retake on the A sites. Pistol round. Defused with 24 seconds standing on the timer. Comfortable. Now, all I have to really say about that round is XGeN. They had the right idea, get onto site really fast and plant it. But however, after that, just too much utility, and no one was quite perhaps communicating clearly what was going on. Because as you can see, the players of Seniry, they just jumped onto the site and started picking up kills left, right, and center. Not a single trade coming out from XGeN until it was far too late. Once again, it's over arrow. Just to perhaps instill some fear into the players of Seniry. They will be okay for the time being. And also, to address the chat, one of you guys were saying that Seniry is now Glacier eSports. Well, hey, look, I'm just going on what I see on LPL. On the website, and the logo, I will admit, is quite interesting. Oh, Aleto actually, he does almost land one shot, but Ray was there to back him up. The spike can't get planted by XGeN just yet, and the spike, of course, once again slammed down by Mystic. Aleto point blank takes him down, and the trades aren't going in XGen's favor. However, they do get the spike planted, so they can hope for not much more really damage at this point from JJLKS, but he is getting paranoid. Point blank from the smoke. Great right click onto Jason, picks up the Bulldog, and that spells the end for him. Midget kicker already on the defuse. Charging up that ultimate for him. The Empress already 2 more points from getting active. Seniry, 2 rounds, pretty clean. Losing 1 player on the pistol and the second SMG buy. XGeN, finally, they will be able to buy in with full rifles, as they did really just choose to save the previous round. The spike plant obviously gives them a little bit more economy to work with. Most of the players close to 1k, but XGeN Mystic, look at that. He's only 1 point off of having the resurrection, courtesy of planting the spike quite a few times. And that Sova arrow every single time at the start of the round. Midget kicker, he will be wiser this time, pops it instantaneously. Lowile, how do you pronounce the name? I'm gonna assume it's Luil. Using the Eldra now this time to clear some positioning for his teammates. Mystic, oh dearie me, I saw him eyeballing that's ultimate orb. It's a bit risky because rotations have already come out from Seniry. 3 players on the A side to hold it down. Mystic, you're on stage with the spike. That's a really ballsy play. He does manage to nab himself the ultimate, but now the Sage will probably going to have to come through so he can go for the plants. Great pick by Toblerone to already clear some space for his team. Toblerone on 2 now. Toblerone is still going hard. Unfortunately, Crimson does catch him off guard. The fast trade instantly from XGeN. And now this is a really good plant position coming out from Mystic. It allows his teammates to play a little bit more passive. Now, the interesting thing is, currently, I wanted to say, Aleto was still on the B side, even though shots were already being fired towards A. XGeN, they have sights. 4 players standing. Aleto, with only a Marshall dollar store operator, it's going to be somewhat difficult, but dreams are free. Recon arrow is available to use. This is his time to use it. And oh dearie me, hesitated a little bit in shooting that recon arrow, and as a result, he will get pushed. And there you go, JJLKS going aggressive, takes Aleto down, nice and clean. Seniry, of course, you had a pretty good start, bagging 2 rounds, the pistol and the SMG buy, but now it will come down to their own buy-up with rifles versus XGeN. But however, XGeN, losing only 1 player in the previous round, their economy will be in a much healthier situation. 3k on 3 players. And this might actually sustain them for quite a while. But keep your eyes on JJLKS and Toblerone, as that Empress and Bladestorm might actually be in play real soon. Toblerone, of course, the duelist, the Reina with the Leers, slightly nerfed, but nonetheless, he will be paving the way for his team, just showing aggression mid, and now playing really slow and passive. That Sage will disintegrate in about 20 seconds, and perhaps it will open up opportunities for XGeN to go towards B. Mystic again, holding on to the spike, staring at the ult very greedily. He wants to go for the big suck. And oh no, look at this. However, on the B site, Aleto, he's pushed up by himself. Will be good for one in the instant trade back from JJLKS. XGeN, they should be going for B side control currently. It will be JJLKS by himself, but Ray, he's pushed onto B, isn't quite aware that JJ has made it all the way to yellow. And there you go, it gets caught off guard. Shot to the side of his head. Sheesh. Execution. Mystic, of course, going for the spike plants again. That's what you should be doing as Sage. Get that ultimate on board. It's a resurrection. It's the only character in the game who can bring back a dead teammate. Toblerone, I like this. He's the footsteps, and he's very aware right now. Going for more kills. Toblerone, he's just getting the kills. He's causing such menace for the defenders currently. Seniry, not being able to get much done. They took down one player, but look at this. XGeN, they are bringing it back. They've tied things up, and their economy is booming. And also, I want to point out in the chat right now, thank you guys for the follows. Thank you, Cyruswo, for the follow and this Prime subscription. Thank you guys for the supports. Seniry, this will be the eco round, half by Sheriffs, trying to just, figure out what they can really do some damage, ideally win the rounds. But XGeN, so far, we're seeing a much more slower playstyle come out from them, and it's working out great. Toblerone taking mid control again, great tap onto Jackson. Oh my god, you love to see it. And the Empress doesn't even have to be used right now, because this will be just anti-eco farms now at this point. XGeN going for the A site push. Crimson, only a ghost. It's going to be a tough site to hold. The Aldron won't make his job any easier. It does get spotted out, and Toblerone was going to go for the shot, but Mystic is there to steal off of him. Another Sage wall. This guy's always changing things up. Once again, the spike plant on Sage. You love to say it. You love to see it time and time again. Seniry, you're down 2 players to retake 3v5 with really only... Oh dear, SMGs and the Sheriff, it's not going to work out in their favor, especially when Toblerone keeps getting picks like this. He catches Aleto now off guard. Toblerone is on a roll currently for his team. Not only missed the midget kicker, I think, but he should have a rough idea of where midget kicker is. Well, JJLKS would, and midget kicker, dearly, he's getting pinched from 2 angles at once. Does take down Toblerone, Reyna on Reyna, but Mystic, that's a pretty good angle, just not enough to quite see the head of kicker. JJLKS will be the man to finish the job. And once again, 3 rounds in a row now, XGeN eSports, they have managed to win the round, losing only 1 player. Things are looking good. Not much to say about their economy. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but look, they are rich. That's all I can say. They don't even need an operator, because an operator on the attacking side, usually not the best choice in the world, in my opinion. Go fast, go with rifles. Meanwhile, Seniry, that previous round, they could have tried to do some damage. At the very end, it came down to midget kicker to spray down Toblerone point blank with the Spectre. But beyond that, Seniry, they're struggling just a little bit after picking up 2 rounds initially. However, this round, 3 ultimates on their side. Things should start favoring them. But there you go. Empress has been used by Toblerone. Once again, gets the opening pick onto Aleto, and he will be pushing on even more. Rotations already out from Seniry. They will be joining XGeN onside. Midget kicker, of course. Empress on Empress. It takes 1 to kill 1, and a trade back instantaneously on Jets. So far, it's similar agents taking down similar agents. XGeN, the spike is planted, and they have 1 ultimate to work with. It is the Blade Storms. They won't opt to use it just yet, though. Midget kicker, the Empress, is probably going to do some heavy lifting right now. Doesn't quite manage to get the initial shot down onto DA, and DA picks up 2, all down to Crimson by himself. JJLKS to clean up with 3 going the way of XGeN. XGeN eSports doubling the round score currently of Seniry. They're starting to build up momentum in a pain train. I hear it starting up and churning. What's the sound that trains make? Choo-choo? That sounds pretty boring though. JJLKS, Blade Storms, still hasn't been used yet, even though this is the 7th round. He doesn't really need to, because going by what we're seeing so far, XGeN sitting comfortably with rifles. DA with the run it back. DA with the From the Shadows TP, and 3-man push actually from Seniry over to the B site. Similar playstyle from XGeN this round. Toblerone taking mid using Leers, but now Jason, of course, with his teammates on the flank, misses one shot, and there you go, sharp shot, takes down two. It wasn't him actually to do it. DigitalQF was there to finish the job. Mystic is dead. That's the Sage Resurrection gone. And now Seniry, they have a man advantage. That Sage wall, it's a little bit wide because it doesn't actually do anything. Toblerone just manages to walk right up and clean taps again. Does get caught on his hind side by Crimson. A few bullets, but DigitalQF managed to catch Toblerone here. Back was exposed, and yeah, easy peasy. There you go. 2v2, XGeN. JJLKS, I like the angle he's holding with the Blade Storm. He finally does choose to invest it, but of course there's the Vandal there for backup. And now this is good coming out from XGeN because that Omen smoke will give them a lot of space to work with, and it forces Seniry to use their utility to push on the side. Of course, Jason, he's going to take advantage of that Leah. Only two blades left. He's going to have to go huge. XGeN DA takes down DigitalQF all down the Jason by himself. The spike is sticking away. Misses the blades. Can't quite land the spray down. XGeN DA cleans up for 2, and they are up by 3 now. And also in the chat, I see you, Crash. How dare you go for a walk and leave me to observe all by myself. This shit's rough, I'll tell you that. XGeN sitting really comfortable, 5 in a row, and the momentum just keeps going and going and going. Seniry, they shouldn't be losing these rounds. They have the Hunter's Fury available, and of course Ray with the Sage Resurrection. There's no reason that they should be playing so aggressively. Granted, in the previous round, it was a half buy, so they had to make something happen. They did damage, but it's not enough because XGeN, they've already got so much in the terms of economy. Money will sustain them for quite a while. I like this actually on the other side. Seniry, you have quite a few players already pushed up B. Again, I understand that XGeN don't really challenge B too much. Great timing actually. DA will cancel that. And Toblerone, oh, pushing up mid confidently. Does get tagged down. Might have to fall back now. No one's there to back him up. Needs to get a clean shot onto Jason so he can at least overheal or dismiss. But things are looking rough because there are 3 players of Seniry around, but they're not opting to help out Jason to get the kill onto Toblerone. Toblerone almost landing the headshot again. Now XGeN, they are getting off A and working towards B. One pick on the flank, and Aletta will catch Toblerone looking the wrong way into kitchen. Seniry, they've tied things up. Mr. Calva, the resurrection is available. Can't quite use it though. Aletta, perhaps the recon arrow could be held back a little bit for your team to go for the retake. The Sage will have to be destroyed, and now XGeN looking to set up post plants. All the players are set up. JJLKS, of course, got on the initial pick, and these players, they are just warming up currently. Ray, he's not quite in position to help out his teammates. Jason want to do some heavy lifting. Great shot to JJLKS. 2 more, however, still at yellow. He might have to dash in fast and pick up these kills, or else they can't get that spike defused. Aleto, good for another. JJLKS can't quite get the trade going through. Ray now all by himself. The spike is ticking away a little bit too far. XGeN, Mystic to clean up 3 kills. Doesn't even have to charge up the resurrection anymore. It's been available this whole time. He won't have to use it. XGeN, 6 in a row. Seniry, something isn't going right with their defense, and they can't quite crack the attacking pattern of XGeN. That was the first, actually, or second time XGeN has gone to B site, and things worked out fantastically in their favor. Well, since actually people in chat are telling me that Seniry has been rebranded to Glacier, I'm just gonna rename them Glacier for the time being, because that Ice Wolf looks very much cold. It doesn't look like a very Seniry sort of a representative. Crimson playing off A this time. Good spray, takes down Toblerone, the carry, you could say, the entry fragger for XGeN, but however, the problem is Mystic, of course, with the resurrection. Now JJLKS, this is a really risky angle. That Sage will, when it gets destroyed, it will leave him in a vulnerable position, but of course the spike gets planted once again by Mystic, charging up that ultimates. And the retake 5v5 has to come out pretty fast from Seniry. So far, they're all holding the same angle. They have the utility to work with. Of course, the From the Shadows TP. DigitalQF could actually dash, getting out of the dicey situation. Still spraying through the smoke. Could actually pick up a kill. Doesn't come to fruition though. But it's XGeN, Valorant picking up 3. And of course, the last 2 players, DigitalQF, Mystic, they all chime in. And oh my god, that was a clean sweep. I couldn't even believe what just happened. XGeN, they picked everything up. And they're not letting Glacier get anything. This is rough. This is really rough. XGeN, I like this, a little bit of a mating ritual, just a hookah chaka around the Prime Classic, which in my opinion is actually the second best classic skin. The best would have to be the Uranium Gravitonium Blaster thing, the Jetsons Classic. By far, it looks the best. Third place, probably the Sage Green Classic, but anyways, that's a conversation for another time. It is the second half. Jason with a Sheriff buy, really ballsy. He can't afford to miss a lot of shots because things will be very dicey, I'll have to admit. Well, actually, no, I take it back. It's not the second half. I got baited because Seniry is going for a hard eco. Ray will catch the backside of Toblerone. Point blank sprays him down. There's a gun in the hands of Ray, however. And Jason, can he get some shots landed with the Sheriff? No, he can't because DA was there to take his head right off. Louis, run behind. Watching the flank, and DigitalQF tapping away. Good for 2, almost a third at this point. That jet dash will save him. All down to Ray by himself. 1v3. XGeN, they pick up yet another round. 8-2. Quadrupling the round score of Glacier currently. Glacier, what's going on, guys? If they don't pick up any rounds really soon in this first half, the second half is going to be really tough for them. Because at this rate, XGeN, they're looking to end the first half on a 10-2 scoreline. The economy has been so good for them all first half long. They're fine. Going into the second, though, 3 more rounds, and XGeN, assuming they manage to win the last 2, they will have won this best of 1. Really quick game. Glacier. Oh dear. You gotta figure something else. You have to figure something else. Maybe play more aggressively. Maybe push elsewhere. Take mid control. Toblerone, as you can see, he's doing that. Leah about to come out, and oh no. Oh, DA actually does take down Ray, but Jason was there to kill DigitalQF. Isn't quite aware that Toblerone is actually under the mid angle. Toblerone, that Leah will help him out, and this actually might allow him to push a little bit more. It's just a standoff currently here at mid. No one quite picking the other, but Jason about to walk into Toblerone's crosshairs, and Toblerone, you had the placement, but you couldn't quite get the flick on the head. On the flip side, Mystic, he snuck his way onto B and finds that there is no one there to really defend on Glacier, and he's clearing everything, even Snowman, and finds nothing. So this will be a huge flank from Mystic. 4 kills. If he can net all of them, that will be the resurrection available. But however, the spike about to be ferried over to B side. Midget he knows the spike is being planted B. He's calling for a rotation. Now Mystic, he could be huge right now for the team of XGeN, being on such a sneaky angle. No one knows he's really here. Already here's one. Aledo, Mystic. Crosshair. Oh, the patience! He will get 2. Aledo and Crimson fall to his sneaky plays. Kicker, you have to go huge now. And no, not like this. It actually just jumps right behind the Sage Wall. Just poor positioning. And it wasn't even his fault. It was pure luck. Mystic, of course, with the Sage Wall. Hiding behind it. DA picks up Midget Kicker. And Mystic looking to clean up another kill at this point. He might just do it, but Jason does strike back. 1v2, however, he will have to get the ace in order to save the round. The spike has ticked away a little bit too far. Jason knows his opportunities are slim. He'll have to use the updraft and just run for his life. And DA, he actually does survive, I think. Oh no, narrowly. That was so close. If he survived, he might have been able to get a kill perhaps, or get into a confrontation with Jason. Nonetheless, XGeN, oh, look, they pick up another round. And the economy going the way for Glacier, it's not good, I will have to admit. The last player, Midget Kicker, he might be able to buy half armor and invest in a rifle, but not a single player yet to break double digits. 3 ultimates on their side. Aledo still holding onto the Hunter's Fury. I don't think we've seen it get used much. XGeN now, once again, on the A take. No one of Glacier to be on A. Aledo with the L drone will spot out a few players, calls the aggression, Hunter's Fury, this is it, time to use it, and he holds on to it. Toblerone with the Emperor pushing on the side, catches midget kicker, but the instant trade back, perhaps getting a little bit too aggressive wasn't the play there, because XGeN, they still haven't really aggressed fully onto the site yet. Mystic has a Sage Wall, but this is risky from DA. Does get saved somewhat though by the Sage Wall. Mystic, that's a great fake, I like that. But finally, Aledo with the Hunter's Fury will hold it for the spike plants. And he has been baited, won't catch anything. Alpha does catch Mystic with the final shot. However, Mystic, Sage being Sage, you can self-heal. XGeN, for once, I do think they could be on the back foot with DA on the lurk. Oh, this is so good. Louis catches one. DA now on the late lurk will catch Ray, sitting so patiently. And oh, dearie me, Glacier, they're struggling now. They're fighting for their lives. They had the man advantage, and suddenly things get turned upside down. The team going onto the B side, expecting a push to go onto there, but no, it's wrong. XGeN, they double back and head back to the A site. Jason and Midget Kicker, the burden is all on their shoulders. About 10 seconds left. They will be able to get the spike planted with some comfortable time remaining. DA, oh my god, this guy's on a roll currently. Already picks up Midget Kicker, Mystic with the resurrection. Not that he really needs it. It's all down to Jason by himself. Once again, needs the ace. Might as well use the Blade Storms. It's the last round of the first half. Things are rough. And, oh, does get a good kill to Toblerone, who was announcing his arrival with the Vandal shots. Narrowly misses a good shot onto DA. And DA cleans up 4 kills. And Crash, I am stretching. Just 3 minutes in the future. Glacier. Oh, it's rough. What more can I really say? You're down by 8. You won the first round and then the SMG buy and lost everything after that. It's been XGeN all the way through. Look at the line of green. It's like cucumber. I was going to say something else, but let's just not go that way. DA, JJLKS, and Toblerone, all 3 players on double digits, 14, 13, and 12 respectively. There is the second half, so Glacier, this is their chance to pick something up and make a comeback. Louis, unlike that shock dart, it does a little bit of damage, but can he hold on for the push? Frenzy, it's a good gun to play at these angles, at this distance, but Seniry, they're so close. They're all bagging onto the side now. Thankfully, rotations are coming out. 4 players about to join Mystic on site. Hold it down. Lear about to come out from Midget Kicker. Mystic. First point of engagement, misses a few taps, does get taken down unfortunately. Couldn't quite step up to the occasion, and oh dearie me, it's just a firing squad coming out from Glacier. Currently all the players of XGeN falling one at a time, no trades coming out. This isn't what you want to see coming out in the second half on the pistol round. But they have an 8-round buffer, so things aren't too worrisome on their side. Interesting, actually, by Glacier. They got 2 picks, and 3 players are actually on the B site. And Jason, yet 23 HP. He's bringing the spike back to A. It's an interesting play, I will admit, but if it works out, then all 4 of them. Oh, Jason, that was so close. You're on 23. That could have been the end of your life, because JJLKS will spot out the players rotating over, calling for the rotation, and yet Toblerone still sitting patiently on B, expecting it to be a fake. Jason will slam that spike down. 4v3, but have 2 players of Glacier are very low tag. DA, there you go. There, that's what I was talking about. Those 2 players tagged. He will actually go for the stick at this point. Aledo, you have the recon arrow. It does get popped instantaneously. Good shot, but it doesn't even matter because Crimson is there to shoot through the smoke and pick up a clean headshot. Toblerone there, pushing on the side. Crimson could take down JJLKS before he goes down to Toblerone. Spike defuse coming through. XGeN, they do actually manage to win the pistol round at the end of the day, despite what happened early on. Good job. Glacier, they will have to force buy into this. They managed to plant the spike. That's 500. Wait, it's 300 each for all 5 players to work with. So it'll be half armor Spectres with 1 stinger. A little bit weak now post nerf. Meanwhile, XGeN, the exact same buy, but with superior armor. Toblerone and DA, they will have to be the two players to hold down the sights for XGeN, because the push is coming through, my god, so fast from what do you call it, from Glacier right now. These names, Seniry and Glacier, must be joking. Toblerone still in the smoke. Oh, actually, they managed to spot a player just briefly. He's going to jump on the stage wall now. Go for an aggressive play. This is great. He catches so many players off guard. The spike does get planted. Still takes down Ray, though. It's all down to Midget Kicker by himself. And we'll just go right into the welcoming arms of Toblerone. But XGeN, JJLKS was there to steal the kill. Match point currently for XGeN. This is looking really good. Seniry. Oh dear. Now this is literally do or die. You couldn't afford any more mistakes early on, but now you definitely can't afford it to save money or have anything go wrong, because you lost the pistol round, you lost the force buy, and you have to force right back into it on match point. XGeN, they can afford to play with an Odin and Spectres. In fact, they don't even have to. They have money and they have rounds to play with. 10 rounds, a 10-round buffer to play with SMGs and just be, and just, you know, just go wild, really. Toblerone, he's wanting to be spectated right now, about to go wild. He's one kill off of the Empress, and that's fucking... that's actually hilarious. I almost swore there because Jason, he just pops Toblerone dead in his face. Toblerone probably regretting his words right now. Jason, of course, the good player, will pick up a Spectre, but however the players of XGeN, they're all chiming in. It's a hailstorm of bullets, and none of the players of Glacier are managing to stay alive. Point blank, Aletta will no-scope one player down, but XGeN Mystic will catch Owl's Crimson in the smoke. It's all down to Aletta by himself with JJLKS to chase up the classic, and that's the story done and dusted. 13-2. XGeN, they take this game handily. Granted, there was Icebox, and you do need certain strats and good team coordination to play on Icebox. It's not an easy map to play, and things can go so wrong so quickly. And guys, you know how I like to do things. I haven't done it in a while, but I always like to interview the captain of the winning team, XGeN. They will have to nominate a player to go for the interview. I wonder who. But actually, on the scoreboard currently, we are seeing Louis with 4 kills. I didn't realize this earlier, but this guy, he's just been the utility man, shooting recon arrows and arrow drones for his team. Meanwhile, everyone else is going around getting the kills. 19, 17, 15, and 12. Going for DA, JJ, LKS, Toblerone, and Mystic respectively. And 10 plants on Mystic. That's just filthy, you know? He wants those ult points and he will get it. Of course, I'm trying to find a player for the interview. People may want Mystic. I know Rady James in chat, he probably wants Mystic. But no one's coming up. So if no one volunteers real soon, I will just call up Mystic. Louis will be the one to interview. Oh, come on, Louis. 4 kills. The utility man for XGeN. Where are you, buddy? We need you for a interview. Perhaps he's the IGL or the team captain for XGeN eSports coming to this. They will win ELO. And XGeN in the 9th seed. There's a lot of teams currently in the amateur league, so it's not as easy as things may seem. Louis, he is the captain indeed for XGeN. Still waiting for him to add me. Come on, bud. Usually, if there was a production crew, I would say we will be cutting to a short break real soon, because Louis, he's not coming right now. Well, guys, I will just count down a little bit more. But if no player comes for an interview real quick, I will just have to end it right here. No? No one? Well, this is upsetting. Nonetheless, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I am your caster for tonight's DigitalQF. It will be a quick game. XGeN eSports, they take it against Seniry. And there's no point really to cut to my camera at this point, but I will do it just so you can see my handsome face. One last moment. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and that will be all from me tonight. No more games. In the future, if I do feel like casting more, I will come on. Just follow me on Twitch right here, DigitalQF. You'll see whenever I start casting a new game. Or, of course, you can follow my Twitter, in which I'm not actually the most active person. But nonetheless, of course, a shout out, of course, to Crash OBS. He wasn't observing this game, but just a shout out nonetheless. And guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you next time.